Hey guys, how you doing? Just want to do a quick breakdown of what we saw in the market today, and really trying to review um, what we plan to do for later this week. Um, as you can see, we always start on um, the daily charts, and you know we had some bullish divergence back mid-October. Let me just delete this, and we had that strong bounce. We saw some resistance here at the point 0.5 level, the broader structure from earlier this year. We made our way down, and now we're back in this channel. Right? And the question now is, okay, are we gonna go above this line or go below this line? At Kaigo, we are mostly continuation traders, and we given this 50-50 break, right? You're not sure exactly will it go up here, down here. We like to we tend to vote more bearish, or not necessarily bearish, but that's the current uh, medium term trend, right? This is a small bump that we've had over the past few weeks, but for me, this isn't a break into the bullish territory. This is still a bearish medium term trend. So basically, what I'm looking for here is kind of what I posted in the channel. Just really quickly, we can see what I said earlier today. Um, that basically we're trying to hit this part over here, this 380 zone, for a short potentially if we find some bearish divergence, which we're about to see that actually if this candle closes red in the next 38 minutes. We're exactly in that zone I mentioned earlier, which means that for me anyway, this is that chart. Uh, we're in a nice place to go short, especially for me, who I think we're going to go down for a new wave down. And this is the place where later this week or next week I'll probably look to go long. So, given that we're getting close to this place where we want to go short, now what do we actually do to take that position? At Kaigo, we are algo traders, or we combine our knowledge of the markets with algorithm-based targets. This has been an open play for a while, but I actually took it this morning because I still like how it looks. Let's just see how it looks in this chart. This is where I entered. It basically hasn't moved all day, but as you can see, it's been showing a lot of weakness with each one of these bumps. This is the original play, which I didn't take. I knew I wanted to wait a little bit more before entry. So I basically took this trade, which should be this play. Uh, Entry around 185, stop loss 188, 178 target. Um, I think it's a good trade considering where ES is right now. Also, if you look at the historical win rate, it wins 79% of the time, which is really high, even for our algos. So I'm in that position right now. Um, Let me just make sure. I think I'm down like $30 on 100 shares. I just took, regular equity. Um, but yeah, I'm down $10. I think tomorrow will probably go my way. Even if it doesn't, it's okay. We trade the numbers. Um, so I feel good about that. We have a couple other trades here. This actually looks interesting. 88% win rate, which is very high. Let's go look at this chart. Um, so these plays, by the way, our algo creates. It's not always perfect, or it's not draw. It doesn't draw the charts as good as any expert Elliott wave trader would, but it does a pretty decent job. Let's just look at the 4 hour and see where we're at. I always like to look at larger time frames to see what zones we're in. It's actually broken out of the 618 zone, so I would actually probably stay clear of this trade, even with a high win rate. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. Yeah, it just a lot of times when you get an orange signal, which is super bearish divergence, this indicator I made, it's actually a good time to go short, right? So you can see we got one there, we got one here, and we got one here, right? So 3 for 3 it nails these calls. We got a couple more here, 4 for 4 basically. These are pretty small bumps. It's nailed these calls, so it's not a terrible signal. It's just when you see it running this hard, um, I always like to wait for a candle that looks for more rejection because you could have gotten one here earlier today, but it keeps squeezing. The way I would actually draw this chart is you would assume it's the three wave. I would actually be do a conservative play here. Probably be looking to play like this, which is not terrible if you want to take it. But again, when something's running that hot, uh, the algo is constantly making more plays. It makes more sense for me not to do that or not to make any moves or just wait for other entries. So those are a couple of open plays. Again, like I mentioned, I am in that chevron play. Here's a signal. It's actually not a terrible signal either. Let's go look at the chart. I wouldn't mind actually following this play. Um, yeah, that was a really strong move up. Not a terrible play. Hmm. And again, you're just looking for a small retracement down. You can see that, in just like a few days, it's gone to 15%. Which, if you look back, it's done that as well. Which actually it did 15% here before it went down. I actually wouldn't even mind promoting this to a Kaigo approved signal. Um, in addition to the CBX play that I'm already in. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at today. Again, probably stay chill until we start seeing some bearish moves tomorrow morning. But yeah, just stay safe. Don't try to overtrade. Today is not one of those days. It's still in this channel trying to figure out if it's going to break out, or break down. Again, we think it's going to break down. But yeah, stay chill. See what happens.